Hi guys, my name is Stormy and I'm currently a student at CourseCareers and I am taking the Information Technology track. And today I'm here just to do a quick review based on my progress and where I'm at today. I'm about 67% through the course and I just wanted to give my honest opinion on the coursework, basically the curriculum, the instructor, and how I feel about it at this point. I have a few questions. I'll go ahead and start, and hopefully, they can assist you in making your decision whether or not you'll attend Course Careers. So, when did I begin Course Careers? I began Course Careers on July 4th, and today is July 23rd, and currently I'm 67% through the course. I'm on lab number 3 out of 7. So I feel as though that is really great progress so far. Why did I decide to go to Course Careers? So the reason that I decided to go to Course Careers is because I am a UX designer who was working on a contract. And basically, when my last contract ended, it took me a really long time to find a job. And I've always had a desire to be in information technology, but somehow I found my way on the design side. Because I have a art degree and I have a background in basically video production. So a lot of the technology that I learned was based around art and design. So my background is more so in web design, UX design, and I also am a hairstylist by trade. So I've always kind of been in like a artsy type of career. However, I do come from a family of a lot of techies, and I've always wanted to get into information technology. But after getting my degree, I have associate's degree in video production. So after getting my degree, it was kind of hard to kind of track my way back, go to school again, find the money. And it was more so the program because I had a good community college in the city that I lived in, but they really only had computer science. So a lot of the options that are available now, like just basic IT itself, was not, that degree was not available at the community college in my area. And I wanted to attend community college because I was like limited on finances. So that's kind of the reason why I ended up, kind of looking for IT programs. And the reason that I chose Course Careers is because I would like to get into cloud computing. And so basically, my desire for my second career or my third career is to become a cloud engineer. And when I saw that in Course Careers that they cover Azure is basically the platform that they use to teach you these areas of information technology, I felt like it was a win-win situation because I come from project-based learning and I know how fast I can pick up things, or I have picked up things. It's really difficult for me to just learn with a lot of theory thrown at me. Like I have to have my hands involved like day one. So I have to start I don't care if you start me with the hard stuff. Like I can pick it up if I'm doing it, and I can pick up the theory as I go along. So it's like, okay, this is how you do this, and this is what you want to be aware of, and this, that, and the other. So, that's kind of how my brain works. So when I saw that Azure was covered and that there were several different projects and a portfolio that we use to promote our work, I knew that there was something to Course Careers. In my art school in college, in our first semester, they're preparing us for our portfolio from day one. And in that particular school, everything was project based. I think I made the only courses that weren't project based is if they were general studies and maybe the very first course, but even still, our introductory courses were still project based because we may have had a little learning here, but halfway through that learning, like we were inside of the studio. So everything was just like hands on. And I felt as though that it really prepared me for all of the technology that I was learning. And I remember a lot of the information because it was so hands-on. At every single class we had a project. Every single class we had to present something. And so that built up to the bigger projects that we put on our portfolio. However, we could put the smaller ones on there as well. But you had a massive amount of proof that you were capable of doing this work. And that's what I really liked about Course Careers. The course is taught by Josh Madakar, and I also follow him. I've been following him for a very, very, very long time, and I like the way he presents information. I like the way he does a lot of research, and I like the way he simplifies things. So it was like a no-brainer for me. So once I got into the course, I just saw his skill level on just really escalate, because I'm just like, this dude is teaching exactly the way that I love to be taught. Just like, okay, here's the theory, let's get right into it. So the way the course is outlined, you start with like a IT crash course, which is even better for me, because when I learned IT, it was like, I think I did A plus probably over 20 years ago or something, maybe less than 15, 20 years ago or something like that. And I didn't sit for the course, but everything was just like theory with inside the book. Oh, no, it was actually a little bit of hands-on, but my challenge was like, sometimes I have challenges understanding certain strong accents. So my teacher, he was great, but he had a really strong accent, so it was kind of hard for me to interpret a lot of what he was saying. And I was actually the only one in the course, because they kind of let me take the course for free. And basically he we would kind of have like casual conversation and stuff in between. So it just made it just a tad bit difficult at the time. And I never like really pursued it beyond it, because I got into art and design. And so basically that was like, I kind of remember, but I don't. But a lot of things are like outdated now. And anyway, so when I saw the outline for the theory of IT, I said, "Oh, this is great. This would be a great refresher. It's right to the point without a whole lot of noise behind it, because I don't like taking a long time to learn something where I could just like, okay, give it to me hard, and then I could just kind of figure it out from there. Like when you baby stepping me and everything, it's just like, my attention is totally gone. I'll go and do my own research. I'm like, let me just learn this on my own. So Josh does a great job at just getting right to the point of what you need in order for you to get to the next step and remember these things once you get to the labs. So that was great. And then the labs were great because he also shows you how to add each lab to your GitHub portfolio. And so I do have a little bit of training in software engineering. I did do a boot camp at one point. Really wasn't the best to me, in my opinion, but we did learn GitHub. And I think it wasn't the best is because in 3 months we had to learn so many different platforms: Ruby on Rails, React. I can't even remember all of the other JavaScript frameworks and stuff that we had to learn, but it was a lot of different frameworks we had to learn within 3 months, and it just wasn't good for me. But I knew how important GitHub is. I know how important that is to proving that you have the ability and the knowledge to do your work, and a reference to use when you are interviewing or networking, for yourself. So that was also a kicker for me. I'm just like, oh, okay, so when I finish this course, it's not going to be any doubt about my ability at all. I don't have to I have to do a lot of talking, but the proof is in the pudding, so I'll have the proof to back it up. So far I've completed lab number 2. In lab 2, we actually deploy 2 virtual machines. And if you're using a Mac, you have to learn how to set up Microsoft Remote Desktop, which I have done before working in the federal government. I'm sorry, not in the federal government, but I did work in the federal government before, but previously I worked as a my last position was as a contractor, and we worked on Mac, so we always had to use virtual machines. So it was good to kind of see like behind the scenes and how that works in developing VMs inside of Azure, and making them talk to each other and doing some networking communication between the two machines. So that was lab number 2, and I felt like just right away, like this is just so beneficial because I'll be able to speak to these things, and I'm also doing some sort of like architecture in a sense, well, basically architecture. So let's talk about what other types of technology are covered in the IT course, which I think is actually really great, because it just takes you to a straight high level. As I stated earlier, Azure is covered, so you're already working in the cloud as soon as you get into the program. We also create a ticketing system and OS ticket, as well as we do a VPN project, Active Directory, DNS, and also a network file share project. I haven't been able to look into that one to see exactly what type of technology is used to develop it. So that's something that's going to be new to me, and I'm really excited to find out about. But as you can hear, all of these different technologies and everything are very up to date and modern for the type of positions that are out here today. So, I feel as though that CourseCareers is definitely the place to be in order to gain these skills. So the next question I think people will have is, how good is the course? So in my opinion, the course is excellent. It is great. I mean, I feel so confident and capable thus far, just by not only doing the projects, but also documenting them in GitHub and the steps that we go through, because that repetition, and Josh talks a lot about repetition, about doing the projects, anywhere from 3 to 5 times, so that you can get the hang of it. And I know personally, that's one of the best ways to learn, especially with technology. I've worked with a lot of different technology platforms, and the quickest way I learn is just by getting into it and doing it over and over again. You also receive a resume template that can really help you be found in HR tracking systems, as well as, like I stated before, and I'll say it again, the portfolio. The portfolio is so crucial because people want to know that you can do the work, and it's easy to reference your work and remember things if you have a reference like a portfolio to go back to, and to have a discussion about the things that you are saying that you can do on your resume. So I may have missed a couple things with the job readiness and everything, but I feel as though that this is everything that I need in order to make this career transition, because I am doing a career transition. So if you are interested in CourseCareers, please definitely give them a shot and see if there are any platforms that they offer that resonate with you. But in my opinion, they have really mastered project-based learning and actual career gaining skills. So from what I've seen in a lot of the interviews that Josh offers, these people are getting actual jobs where they're learning and gaining valuable skills, and that also resonated with me. So if you're interested, go to CourseCareers and see which program might be best for you. But the process is definitely something that I think can benefit anybody, as well as a novice. So thanks for watching.